2012 has long been predicted as the end time for the world. Terence McKenna predicted the end date to be December 21st, 2012, with his time wave zero theory, which supposedly mathematically decodes the King-Wen sequence of I Ching into something that graphs the fractal patterns of history. You may recall all the talking videos that came out about 2012 being the end date for the world, especially involving the Mayans, but 2012 has come and gone, and guess what? We're still here, or are we? 2012 was the year CERN found the Higgs boson, also known as the God particle. Stephen Hawking predicted this event could easily destroy the universe, or in his own words, cause the universe to undergo a catastrophic vacuum decay. Well, what would happen if we did destroy the universe? Would we know maybe CERN actually created a black hole that sucked us in without us even noticing? Nothing has really felt right since 2012, and perhaps this is because that's the time most people started to experience Mandela effects. A Mandela effect is a change in reality that's contrary to memory. For example, most people remember C-3PO as having an all-gold body. But in our new reality, he now has a silver leg. Some people chalk this up to a false memory. It seems like the world has been descending into a place of chaos and weirdness, even more so since 2012. Have you also noticed that time is moving faster than ever? I believe we're all living in a simulation. And this simulation is rendered by a computer that was clearly programmed by an intelligent consciousness. Could it be that there are many such simulations and we are now in the wrong one? In Nick's Twitter thread, he proposed our world was destroyed by CERN and our consciousness was moved into a parallel universe next door. This parallel world is almost identical, but not quite. Since 2012, many people reported small differences in this reality and the one they remember before 2012. Who or what is responsible for the world ending, and what is causing the Mandela effect? Back in 2016, there was a viral threat on 4chan posted by someone who claimed to be one of the 23 scientists at CERN responsible for creating the Mandela effect, and claimed the planet was destroyed and we were placed in a simulated world. Some people think the Shiva statue CERN, eerily placed on its campus in 2004, is a telltale sign of its power. Another reason people associate CERN with the Mandela effect is a photo that shows a certain employee holding up a sign saying "We are happy here at CERN." Oddly, there are two signs around his neck that say Bond 1 and Mandela. There's a lot of symbolism in those signs, but I think CERN is trying to tell us they created the Mandela effect. Bond 1 is a code for Barry Nelson, who played James Bond in a 1954 made-for-TV movie called Casino Royale. This was the first time James Bond ever made an appearance on TV or the screen. Hence, the #1 actor who played James Bond was Barry Nelson. So if you take Nelson and then add Mandela, well, it's very clear. The 4chan posts say unfortunately there was an extinction-level event in order to correct this current version, yet stay similar. We had to give you some updates. These include our larger liver to process the increased toxins, as well as moving some things around because the body would soon be unable to handle the toxicity of the planet. There are too many updates to the body. I don't even know where to start. Many foretold being saved in 2012. We were saved and now we are here. My employers have the desire to keep us alive and hopefully without any previous memories. Unfortunately, there are many errors to correct, and you will see very strange things about a month from now. Not everyone is accepting the updates. For some reason, the veil isn't working on some people currently. It is spiraling out of control, and we anticipate a larger population that will experience memory anomalies within the next few years. By 2020, everything will settle. There are differences in memory because you are not supposed to remember any of it. In fact, you've been implanted with multiple layers of memory that are false. Somehow you have remembered. Many of the Mandela effects posted online are layers to hide the real changes. It's fairly involved. Could these posts have been from one of the scientists at CERN working to correct a disastrous occurrence? Could it be that CERN mistakenly erased our reality when it found the God particle? Perhaps these 4chan posts explain the strange Mandela effects we've been seeing now. Philip K. Dick was one of the first modern thinkers to predict the Mandela effect. He once declared, "We are living in a computer program reality, and the only clue we have to it is when some variable is changed and some alteration in our reality occurs." Well, I think those alterations are very visible now, by the way. Now, one thing we know for sure, guys, is that time is inextricably tied into our reality. It plays an important role in determining when significant events take place. And if you look at the symbolism behind the dates of certain events, it's staggering to see. There are really no coincidences, but 2012 could have possibly been the year the Earth was destroyed. Nick Hinton also points out in his post that Preston Nichols, a supposed whistleblower who wrote books detailing time travel experiments at the Montauk Air Force Base, claimed that they were never able to time travel past the year 2012 because they could find no future beyond it. According to Nichols, there was a very abrupt wall there, with nothing on the other side. Now, whether he's a crackpot or not, what's interesting is that he made these comments in 2014. It's just a strange thing to say, considering Nichols already made it past that date. Whether the Earth actually ended or not in 2012, you have to admit something happened around that date. Mandela effect's time speeding up, and all the strange happenings in the world suggest an event occurred that mainstream science and media has no answer to. And perhaps that's because our current reality is an illusion that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth that we are living in a false reality, a close copy of the real Earth in a parallel simulation. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. What's your opinion? I'd love to know. Drop me a comment. Big thanks to everyone. See you next time.